Hi everyone, how are you? Yes, I was just checking if I'm live. I guess yes, I'm live. So I welcome you all in this particular series. This happens to be a very unique kind of a session. It's called ICSE Premier League Match 1, right? So Unacademy has come up with this very unique idea of having, you know, matches where the concept of this particular series, this particular lecture is different from all the lectures that we have on the Unacademy platform, rather on the Unacademy YouTube channel as well. यहाँ पर बच्चों हम केवल 3 और 5 मार्क्स वाले क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करेंगे. साथ ही साथ इन एवरी मैच आई विल बी हेल्पिंग यू विद द आंसर राइटिंग स्ट्रेटजी. देखो, नॉर्मल जब हम अपना स्पेशल या प्लस क्लास करते हैं तो अनअकैडमी पर वी कम अप विद अ नंबर ऑफ MCQs, right? Previous year questions in the form of polls, in the form of quizzes. But hi Sassy, how are you? But in order to crack exams, not only MCQs are important, it is very important that you have a thorough knowledge of how to write the answers, right? And what sort of questions are asked in 3 marks, in 5 marks. So what we have done is we have compiled few questions. They are theory as well, and I have taken 2 numericals as well. Hi Mr. Bean, how are you? कैसे हैं आप? I hope all of you are very well. Okay, so we have compiled these questions for you guys, and so that give you an idea कि कैसे questions आपको लिखना है, right? Okay, great Sassy. I hope your paper went well, right? Great, Mr. Bean is fine. Okay, please like the lecture, and I guess आपको समझ में आ गया कि ये IPL मैचेस कैसे होने वाले हैं, right? अभी we'll be having 2 matches on YT YouTube पे and 5 matches on the special classes. ठीक है ना? तो I'll be telling you about how it will go. And जैसे अभी IPL का पहला मैच इज with force, तो अभी in this special class also we'll be having a match with force, but वहां पर we'll be changing the questions. I am overwhelmed to tell you that I'm expecting full marks. Great Sassy, if you are expecting full marks, claps for you. I mean, it is all because of your efforts, right? We were just the medium, Sassy, we were just the medium. And I'm sure if you are benefited, you will definitely recommend this channel to your friends, your siblings, your juniors, and everyone, right? Yes, Sassy? Right? So I guess you have understood how the session is going to be, how we have modeled these IPL matches, right? And yes, there'll be no match fixing this time around. So let me first introduce myself. I guess many of you might be watching the session for the very first time, at least my session, so it does require a formal introduction. My name is Kalyan K Awasthi, and I'm a physics educator at Unacademy. Guys, I'm a plus verified educator, and I've been teaching physics since 2008-9, right? So that's more than 12 years of physics teaching experience that I have. Great. And as far as my qualifications are concerned, I have done my bachelor's, my BTech degree in electronics and communication engineering, and I have done my master's MTech in digital communication, right? And that is all about me. Chalo. So before we begin with the class, like I always do, let me brief you about these 2 Unacademy channels, right? There are 2 Unacademy Telegram channels. दिस इज द जनरल चैनल जहां पर आपको सभी एजुकेटर्स का, सभी ऑफर्स का डिटेल मिलेगा. एंड देन दिस इज माय फिजिक्स चैनल, द अनअकैडमी फिजिक्स चैनल दैट इज मैनेज्ड बाय मी. यहाँ पर आपको मेरे सेशन से रिलेटेड सभी डिटेल्स मिलेंगे, सेशन के नोट्स मिलेंगे, PDFs मिलेंगे. एंड वेन एवर आई कम अप विथ पोल्स, यू विल बी गेटिंग द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द पोल्स, द क्विजेस एंड एवरीथिंग, राइट? सो दिस इज दैट पर्टिकुलर चैनल. सो आई वुड request all of you to be a part of it. Just join it, and I'm sure you're going to love the experience. You'll be definitely overwhelmed with the way that we are connected with our students. I'm sure about it, right? Chalo. So this is YT class, a YouTube class, and apart from the YT classes, we do have special classes. अभी बच्चा पार्टी स्पेशल क्लासेस में क्या है, स्पेशल क्लासेस में आपको अनअकैडमी ऐप को एक्सपीरियंस करने का, यू गेट अ चांस टू एक्सपीरियंस द अनअकैडमी ऐप, दैट टू फ्री, राइट? यू डोंट हैव टू पे फॉर इट, इट इज एब्सोल्युटली फ्री. सो हुएवर एजुकेटर इज फैसिनेटिंग यू, आपको जिसके क्लासेस बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हैं, यू कैन अटेंड one or two special classes and I'm sure you're going to love them. Okay, आपको 200% वो classes अच्छे ही लगेंगे. So just give us a chance, just join our special classes and see how it goes. I'm sure it will be a very good experience for all of you involved, right? Okay, so and one more thing, in the special classes there is a doubt clearing tab as well, right? There is a doubt clearing tab, आप उस पर click कर सकते हो and you can get your doubts resolved then and there, right? You can get your doubts resolved then and there, which is a very good thing. Otherwise जो important questions हैं वो तो हम the previous year board questions, और अगर आप class 9 के learner हो तो जो important questions हैं वो हम polls के through cover करते हैं. So you don't have to worry about that, right? This is the timing for my next class. It is tomorrow 6:30 p.m. Like I told you, this is the first official IPL match on the Unacademy app. The questions will be different from what we are going to discuss today. So I mean, if you're attending that session, आपको ऐसा कोई problem नहीं होगा. There will be no repetition of the questions. I'm sure you're going to love it, right? Chalo, I guess now without wasting any time, we should rather start with the session. Okay. At Unacademy we have this plus subscription as well. Plus subscription is different from all the other subscriptions. There are certain basic benefits that we have for the plus subscriptions. The very first is you get to learn live from the comfort of your home, right? The very first thing. There is unlimited access to all the study material. आपको जो भी पढ़ना है that is accessible unlimited number of times. आप कोई भी वीडियो जितनी बार भी चाहो देख सकते हो. The best part is obviously all the educators at Unacademy are top notch, so you get to learn from the top educators, and this is what I find the best. Every fourth session is a doubt clearing session. So we study the concept for the 3 classes and immediately in the 4th classes we get to clear our doubts. ठीक है ना, ये सबसे अच्छी चीज है, आपको doubt clearing का chance मिलता है, right? So that is a very very good thing. And these are few other features like we extensively cover the syllabus. Each and every topic mentioned in the syllabus, each and every line of the book is covered. None of the doubts are left unresolved, right? So these are all very 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 basic features that we have, right? Chalo, this is the pricing page and a very important announcement rather that Unacademy is soon going to hike the prices. So अगर आप YT channel पे हो या special classes देख रहे हो and you wish to take the subscription, do it fast. Okay, I'll be sharing the creative in the later part, but I'm sure do it very fast. And you can use the code which is Kalyan Live. This is my code. While using this code, you will be getting 10% discount. And अभी एक extension offer भी चल रहा है, in which you know you will be getting few months extra while subscribing the current plan. Again, I'll be telling you about this in the later part of the session, so you don't have to worry about it, right? Chalo. Now let's start the session. like I told you that you know, I'll be telling you about how to write the answers, most importantly, because I have seen a number of students, you know, not properly writing the answer and they end up losing marks. Okay, they end up losing marks. Chalo, this is the first question. The question says, question is 2 parts. The very first part says define the following. The very first is rigid body. So let us see if this question comes in your board exams, how are you going to write it, right? So we'll be first discussing rigid body. So let me first explain you what a rigid body is. देखो, if you have to, ये 3 marks का question होगा properly. I mean either 3 marks or 5 marks. अभी 3 marks का होगा तो I guess every part has at least 1 mark. So अभी जब you will be explaining the rigid body, I mean, I have seen a number of students, they write in definition, language, everything. That is perfectly all right. But you have to support your answer with a diagram. Hello, Abhay, how are you? Right? You have to support your answer. Like, let me just draw a body. Right? And for that, we have to draw few particles of the body. These are few particles of the body. Right? Right? These are few particles of the body. Now, what happens? You have to show that you are applying a force on a body. Right? Now let us see what the definition is. If the force, bracket mein you have to write external, because we'll be talking about the external forces. If the force acting on a body does not change the intermolecular distances, the body is said to be rigid. The body is said to be rigid. Now this is how you have to write the answer and you have to support your answer with this figure. अभी इसको बेसिक भाषा में समझते हैं. देखो, जब मैं किसी बॉडी पर फोर्स लगाऊं और बॉडी डिफॉर्म हो जाए, ठीक है ना, जैसे मैं आपको ये एग्जांपल देता हूं, ये अभी इसको देखो, दिस इज अ बॉडी एंड मैंने इस पर फोर्स लगाया और आप क्लियरली देख सकते हो कि बॉडी का शेप और साइज चेंज हो गया. राइट? बॉडी का शेप और साइज चेंज हो गया. अभी मैं एक और बॉडी लेता हूं, फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने ये रिमोट लिया, अभी मैं इस पर फोर्स लगा रहा हूं. राइट? मैं इस पर फोर्स लगा रहा हूं. क्या फोर्स लगाने से बॉडी का इंटर एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर या डिस्टेंसेस बिटवीन द कंस्टिट्यूएंट पार्टिकल्स, इज इट चेंजिंग? नहीं सर, नहीं चेंज हो रहा. ठीक? तो ऐसी बॉडी को मैं रिजिड बॉडी बोलूंगा. आई होप द लॉजिक इज क्लियर. यस? राइट? आई होप द लॉजिक इज क्लियर. एंड इसी चीज को हम साइंटिफिकली लिखेंगे कैसे अगर एग्जाम में आएगा? सो यू हैव टू draw ऐसे ही नॉर्मल सा बॉडी, any arbitrary shape, and you have to show an external force on it, and then you have to write these lines. I hope the logic is clear. Right? Yes? Is it clear? Now let's see what the second point says. The second, this was first. The second is talking about point of action of force. Point of action of force. And how will you define it? You will say the point on the rigid body, the point on the rigid body where the force is applied. Right? That is your point of action. ध्यान रखेंगे, there is a difference between excuse me, point of action of force and line of action of force, and you don't have to be confused with this. Right? You don't have to be confused with this. This is your point of action of force. You are applying the force at this particular point. Okay? अभी इसको जरा सा, अभी नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में आपको मैं आगे का पार्ट समझाता हूँ. So these two are clear. Point of application of force was very easy, I guess. Yes? Now let's talk about the next one, line of action of force. Now this is वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड हम लोगों ने अपने क्लासेस में इस पर क्वेश्चन भी किया है. लाइन ऑफ एक्शन ऑफ फोर्स. राइट? एक रिजिड बॉडी लेते हैं. इन ऑर्डर टू अंडरस्टैंड इट इन अ बेटर वे, लेट अस टेक अ रिजिड बॉडी एंड ट्राई टू डिकोड इट. एक रिजिड बॉडी लिया, द बॉडी इज फिक्स्ड एट दिस एंड. ठीक है ना, मैंने बॉडी को इस एंड पे फिक्स कर दिया. दिस इज योर पॉइंट एट विच द बॉडी इज पिवटेड एंड दिस इज द एक्सिस. ओके, दिस इज द एक्सिस अबाउट विच द बॉडी कैन रोटेट. राइट? नाउ दिस इज अ force that is applied on the body. And let me use another pen so that आपको कोई confusion ना रहे. This is the distance of the force from the point, right? This is the, we call it R, distance of the point of application from the axis of rotation. ये आपको बनाना पड़ेगा if you have to get full 3 marks. Distance of force from the axis, या ब्रैकेट में आप लिख सकते हो pivoted point, right? Now what is the line of action of force? Line of action of force, let me write it. The straight line path along which we can translate the force with minimum effect. देखो आप इस बात को समझो, इसको समझना बहुत जरूरी है. अगर मैं यही फोर्स इधर लगा दूं, will it work? I guess this will not work, right? आपको वो सेम इफेक्ट नहीं मिलेगा. बट along this line I can move the force. Along this line I can move the force. So that line is called the line of action of force, right? अब ध्यान से देखेंगे. Let me just dark it. Okay, along this line I can have the same effect by translating the force in a parallel direction. Okay, I hope that is clear. अभी 4 देखते हैं. Principle of transmissibility of forces. Now transmissibility of forces. देखो, let me explain you from a different perspective. See, I'm sure all of you by now know that force is a vector quantity. I guess yes. Force is a vector quantity, and there is a basic law that a vector can be translated along a straight line, parallel straight line, without any change in its effect. The same thing is there. ठीक है ना? अभी आपने line of action of force देखा, right? This was the line of action of force, right? This was the line of action of force. This line, ठीक है ना? अभी ऐसे भी लगाऊं चाहे ऐसे लगाऊं, the effect was same. अभी transmissibility of forces का क्या मतलब हुआ? I can transmit a force along a let me just change the pen. I'm not getting the red one. Along a line, force being a vector quantity can be transmitted. Okay, this is, I'm just telling you the gist of it, right? I'm just telling you the gist of it. वैसे आपने इस पर क्वेश्चन भी किया है. मैं फोर्स को शिफ्ट कर सकता हूं पैरेलल लाइन के अक्रॉस कहीं भी, राइट? जैसे यहां पर this was the line, this was the line, and this is that line of action of force. This is the line of action of force. This is the line across which the force can be transmitted with minimal effects. I guess it is clear. So this is how you're going to write it, right? Now we have got one more question. Let's see what this question says. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, you have to name the 4 bodies which can be called as rigid bodies, right? Fine. Can anyone in this session help me out with it? Any rigid bodies that you can name? Rigid bodies? Wood is a rigid body. An iron ball is a rigid body, right? Anything that does not deform on the application of force is a rigid body, right? I'm sure you understand this. So you can name anything around you which on application of force does not deform, will be regarded as a rigid body. Please, who are watching this session, do like it as well. Hi Chetna, how are you? Welcome to the class beta. कैसे हो आप? I guess this very first question is clear, part A, part B, and this is how you have to write, right? Welcome to the class beta, those who are there in the session. If you have any doubt, any questions you want to ask, I mean, feel free to ask, no issues on that. जिन्होंने अभी ज्वाइन किया है, let me brief you. This is a IPL match, the ICSE Premier League, जहाँ पर we are going to do the questions which will help you, in a better way to write the answers. So it is more of a answer writing strategy as well, you can call it. Chalo, what do you understand by the following terms? Couple, arm of the couple, and the moment of the couple. So let's see how we can define them. Yes, first is couple. Anyone in the session? I could see many of you. Two equal and opposite forces having different line of action and capable of producing turning effect form a couple. This is what you have to write. Okay, if you want to get full marks, this is what you have to write. देखो यहाँ पर, excuse me, this was the line of action of the force, right? अभी हम force यहाँ ऐसे लगाएं, I have written, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. The same thing is here. यहाँ पर क्या है, couple के लिए the line of action of the forces has to be different. In support of your answer, you have to apply two forces. अभी यहाँ पर एक चीज ध्यान रखना, if the two forces are not equal, you will have a translational as well as a rotational effect. वो मैं भी आपको समझाता हूँ. And you can clearly see this is the line of action of first force, this is the line of action of the second force, and let us say this is A, this is B, right? So these two forces together form a couple, right? These two forces together form a couple, and this is how you have to write it. You have to support your answer with a diagram. That is very, very important. Okay, you have to support your answer with a diagram, otherwise you will not be getting full marks. Great. So what is a couple? Couple is a combination of two equal and opposite forces, which have a different line of action of force, and which can produce a turning effect. What I was telling you, अगर ये दोनों forces का line of action same ही हो गया, अभी देखो अगर मैं बोलूं F1 इधर लग गया और F2 इधर लग गया, तो अभी तो line of action same हो गया, right? और अगर line of action दोनों का same हो गया तो turning क्या है, ये तो net equal भी है तो net force तो zero हो जाएगा ना, तो ये तो equilibrium की condition हो गई, ठीक है ना? तो यहाँ पर confuse नहीं होंगे, right? Now what is the arm of couple? Arm of couple. The distance between the two forces, या आप ऐसे बोल सकते हो, यहाँ पर AB, this AB is your couple arm, right? This AB is your couple arm. I guess it is clear. Yes. Now let's see the third one, the moment of couple. Just a second. How will you define it? जो दो फोर्स आपके बॉडी पर एक्ट कर रहे थे उनमें से आप कोई भी एक फोर्स ले सकते हो। देखो दोनों इक्वल एंड ऑपोजिट ही होंगे आई गेस, जैसा मैंने आपको बताया। तो कपल, मोमेंट ऑफ कपल कितना आ जाएगा? एनी वन फोर्स इनटू कपल आर्म। This will be your moment of couple, right? So I guess first part is solved. Second part says state the units of moment of couple in CGS and SI system. Okay, let's do it. See, this is your moment of couple. अगर आप यूनिट की बात करोगे, in SI unit this is Newton, this is distance, so this will be meter. Okay, this is in SI system. अभी CGS में क्या हो जाएगा? Newton is dynes and meter is centimeter. So yes, these are the two answers of the questions. Okay, now let's see what part C says. Give 4 examples of couple in daily life. Okay, let's do it. Opening a screw, right? Opening a tap, right? Steering wheel, टायर ओपनिंग, आई मीन जब आप पंचर कार में वो टायर को ओपन करते हो, देन ऑल्सो देर इज अ कपल, राइट? सिंपल है, बहुत ईजी है. सो बी पार्ट इज ऑल्सो डन, सी पार्ट इज ऑल्सो डन. स्टेट द मैथमेटिकल एक्सप्रेशन फॉर द मोमेंट ऑफ कपल. आई गेस ओके है, राइट? दिस इज द मैथमेटिकल एक्सप्रेशन, any one force and the perpendicular distance. So we have covered 2 questions. I guess आपको समझ में आया. This is how you have to write. ठीक है ना? I could have taken all numerical questions as well, but अभी हमने स्पेशल क्लास में बहुत सारे न्यूमेरिकल किए हुए हैं. Normally in those classes I have not covered the theoretical part, so I have taken it here, right? Chalo, let's do the next one. Okay, now this is a very important question. What do you understand by the term equilibrium of a body? Okay, see, first of all you will say, you have to write in exam that equilibrium can be for 2 types of motion: translational motion and for rotational motion. Okay, you have to write this, and for both the motions the definition is different, so never get confused. Okay, never ever get confused with this. दोनों ही के लिए हमारा डेफिनेशन अलग अलग है. सबसे पहले हम ट्रांसलेशनल के लिए देखते हैं. When a number of forces are acting on the body, I am telling you the answers in normal my language. अगर आप bookish language करना चाहते हो, that is also right, no problem. आपके language से आपका essence आना चाहिए. एग्जामिनर को समझ में आना चाहिए कि आपको आता है, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, the body is said to be in equilibrium. Okay, बात समझ में आई? A number of forces are acting on the body, but these forces cannot change the state, either rest or motion of the body. The body is said to be in equilibrium. ये आपका ट्रांसलेशनल इक्विलिब्रियम है, राइट? इसमें क्या बोलते हैं? नेट फोर्स इज इक्वल टू 0. ओके, एंड रोटेशनल मोशन में व्हेन इज इक्विलिब्रियम अचीव्ड? लाइन पूरी यही रहेगी, लास्ट में हम लिखेंगे व्हेन अ नंबर ऑफ फोर्सेस एक्टिंग ऑन अ बॉडी कैनॉट क्रिएट a turning effect. When a number of forces acting on a body cannot create a turning effect, we say that the body is in rotational equilibrium. यहाँ पर we say anti-clockwise moment is equal to. Good afternoon Ridhima, how are you? वेलकम टू द क्लास बेटा, कैसे हो आप? दिस इज व्हाट वी हैव टू राइट. ओके, इफ वी आर आस्क्ड टू डिफाइन द कंडीशन ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम ऑफ अ बॉडी, आई मीन इट्स बेटर. वैसे आप ऐसे भी कर सकते हो, व्हेन अ नंबर ऑफ फोर्सेज आर एक्टिंग ऑन द बॉडी बट दे कुड नॉट क्रिएट अ नेट लीनियर मोशन और एंगुलर और रोटेशनल मोशन, देन द बॉडी इज सेड टू बी इन इक्विलिब्रियम. For linear motion, net force is 0. For angular motion, net moment is 0. That is, anti-clockwise moment is equal to clockwise moment. ठीक है ना? ये भी ठीक है. That can also be written. मतलब मैंने इन दोनों पॉइंट्स को कंबाइन कर दिया है. रिधिमा, I guess you have just joined, so let me brief you that this is an IPL session जहाँ पर we'll be catering with the I'll be helping you out with 3 and 5 marks questions. ठीक है ना, जो रीजनिंग और थ्योरी होंगे. यस रिद्धिमा, व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन? यस रिद्धिमा, व्हाट इज द क्वेश्चन? Come on, ask your question. I'm okay. I'll be helping you with it. No problem. Meanwhile, let's see what the second part says. State the condition when the body is in dynamic equilibrium and when the body is in static equilibrium. ठीक है भाई? Dynamic equilibrium. रिद्धिमा, until and unless मास के बारे में दिया नहीं है, you cannot assume that the masses are same. नहीं, no, that statement, the answer is false. That statement is false. ठीक है ना, आपको मास देना चाहिए. देखो, सेम मटेरियल ले सकते हैं. मैं एक आयरन की छोटी बॉल ले लूं, एक आयरन की बड़ी बॉल ले लूं, अभी तो मास डिफरेंट है ना. स्पेसिफिक हीट तो दोनों की सेम है. अभी मुझे अगर उनका टेम्परेचर रेज करना है बाई 1 डिग्री, तो मेरे को जो हैवी मास है उसमें ज़्यादा हीट देना पड़ेगा. जब तक मास सेम नहीं करेंगे हम ये कंडीशन नहीं ले सकते. ठीक है, मैं समझिए आप किस क्वेश्चन की बात कर रहे हो. नो, दे आर रॉन्ग. इट इज नॉट ट्रू, इट इज फॉल्स. जब तक मास के बारे में नहीं बोला जाएगा, हाउ कैन इट बी ट्रू? मैंने आपको बताया ना, टेल योर फेलो मेट्स दैट, क्लासमेट्स रादर, कि आपके पास 2 बॉल हैं, एक 5 किलो का है, एक 50 किलो का है, दोनों आयरन के हैं. अभी दोनों का स्पेसिफिक हीट तो एक है, रेज टेम्परेचर भी एक ही है, टेम्परेचर भी एक ही, मान लो राइज इन टेम्परेचर एक है, दोनों का टेम्परेचर आप 10 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड बढ़ा रहे हो। अब आप मुझे बताओ किसको ज्यादा हीट देनी पड़ेगी? जिसका मास ज्यादा है ना, जिसका मास ज्यादा है उसको ज्यादा हीट देनी पड़ेगी। अभी मैं मोटा हूं तो मेरे को ज्यादा हीट चाहिए टेम्परेचर रेस करने का, आप मेरे से पतली होगी तो आपको कम हीट चाहिए, ठीक है? आई गेस समझ में आ गया आपको? योर आंसर इज करेक्ट। चलो नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द डायनामिक इक्विलिब्रियम। If a body is moving and it keeps on moving, मैं आपको बेसिक लेमन लैंग्वेज में समझा रहा हूं I mean how to write it. बात समझे? एक बॉडी है जो मूव कर रही है, उस पर कई सारे फोर्सेस लग रहे हैं, बट yes, you have earned 1 mark, that is for sure. Please like the lecture as well if you're watching it, all of you, right? अभी एग्जाम्पल जैसे ट्रेन मूव कर रही है, मूविंग ट्रेन कांस्टेंट स्पीड के साथ, a train is moving with a constant speed, I will say that it is in dynamic equilibrium. Why? Because the speed is constant. जो कुछ भी एक्स्ट्रा फोर्स उस पर लग रहे होंगे, each and every force would be ultimately adding up and neglecting each other, and finally the train is still moving with the constant speed. So this indeed is an example of dynamic equilibrium. अगर एक मूविंग बॉडी इक्विलिब्रियम पे होती है, then we call it dynamic equilibrium. Okay, please make a note of it. इसमें कोई गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए. Now let's talk about static equilibrium. I guess yes, static equilibrium. A number of forces are acting on a body at rest, but the body continues to be at rest. This is static equilibrium. एक बॉडी है जिस पर कई फोर्स लग रहे हैं, बॉडी पहले स्टेशनरी थी, even after the application of these forces the body is still stationary. Yes, you've got this? Then I'll be saying that the body is in static equilibrium. Okay, I hope you've understood this, all of you, right? अभी एग्जाम्पल देखते हैं. चलो, एक सरफेस है, let us assume that a mass m is lying on the surface. Okay, so obviously weight will be acting downwards, mg, normal reaction will be acting upwards. अभी मान लो आप इस पर थोड़ा सा फोर्स लगा रहे हो, लेकिन बॉडी मूव नहीं कर रही. क्यों? बिकॉज ऑफ स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन. फ्रिक्शन दो तरीके का होता है, यू हैव स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन एंड यू हैव डायनामिक फ्रिक्शन एज वेल. स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन इज स्टेशनरी, जब बॉडी रेस्ट पे होता है तब भी उस पर फ्रिक्शन लगता है, दैट फ्रिक्शन इज स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन. अभी यहाँ पर देखो, बॉडी रेस्ट पे है भाई, अगर ये बॉटल रेस्ट पे है, मैंने इस पर फोर्स लगाया, मैंने इस पर फोर्स लगाया, अभी बॉटल मूव नहीं की. देखो जैसे ही मैंने फोर्स लगाना शुरू किया वैसे ही फ्रिक्शनल फोर्स it came into, it started acting, but still my body was at rest. Okay, and why has this happened? This has happened because the static friction was opposing it. So my body here is at static equilibrium, right? I hope the logic is clear. Now the third part says a body is acted upon by a number of forces in different directions. State two conditions for a body to be in equilibrium. Okay, condition 1, the net force acting on the body must be 0. This is condition 1. Condition 2, no net moment should be there. That is anti-clockwise moment should be equal to clockwise moment, right? ये दो कंडीशंस हैं, जब ये दोनों कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई होंगी तभी कोई बॉडी इक्विलिब्रियम पे होंगी, राइट साग्निक? आई नो यू आर देयर, समझ में आ रहा है साग्निक, राइट? ध्यान रखना, in any whichever standard all of you are in, equilibrium is always confusing. Okay, normally we we don't consider each and every condition. ठीक, तो ऐसा नहीं है कि केवल बॉडी पर फोर्स 0 हो गया तो बॉडी का इक्विलिब्रियम आ गया, नहीं, फोर्स के साथ साथ मोमेंट भी 0 होना चाहिए भाई। ऐसा भी तो हो सकता है कि बॉडी मेरी यहां से फिक्स थी, मैंने कई फोर्स लगाए, बॉडी लीनियरली तो नहीं मूव की लेकिन बॉडी घूम गई। ठीक है साग्निक, अगर बॉडी घूम गई तो भी वो इक्विलिब्रियम नहीं है। आई होप द लॉजिक इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू। समझ में आ रहा है सभी को? ओके, मेनी ऑफ यू आई गेस वुड बी वॉचिंग द रिकॉर्डेड वन बिकॉज आई कुड नॉट सी मैनी। चलो, next question is it possible to have a body whose center of gravity is outside the body? Okay, तो I guess boomerang सबने देखा है, all of you, yes, boomerang is a body जहां पर center of gravity बाहर लाई करता है, ring is a body जहां पर center of gravity बाहर लाई करता है। तो मेरे को आंसर क्या देना पड़ेगा? yes, it is possible। एग्जाम्पल, रिंग, बूमरैंग, बहुत सारे ऐसे बॉडी। क्यों पॉसिबल है? आप देखो, ऐसा कुछ अरेंजमेंट होता है, अभी ये अलग बॉडी है, ये अलग बॉडी है, कंबाइन करके आप बोलते हो बूमरैंग बना रहा है, एंड सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी यहाँ लाई करता है। ठीक है ना, ये ध्यान रखेंगे, ये गलती काफी लोग करते हैं। रिंग में भी ये एक सॉलिड रिंग है, आप ऐसे, ये दिस वन, दिस इज अ रिंग, सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी यहीं कहाँ बीच में होगा। ठीक है ना, बॉडी के सरफेस पे नहीं लाई करेगा। फाइन, okay, next is how will you determine the center of gravity of a irregular piece of cardboard? Now this is very interesting। चलो ध्यान से देखेंगे। ये सेम कार्डबोर्ड था, सेम इरेगुलर, देखो आपको क्या करना था, इरेगुलर पीस, सेम इरेगुलर पीस था. स्टेप 1, hang the cardboard from any arbitrary point A. Okay, the cardboard will rest in a way that the this is for term 1. Bharg Mishra, this is for term 1. That the center of gravity lies below the hanging point या suspension point. Okay, draw a straight line. This is how you're going to write the answer in your exam. अभी यहाँ से एक straight line बना लो, right? Step 2, hang the cardboard from any other point, say B, and you have to repeat step 1. मतलब लाइन खींचना एंड एवरीथिंग. ऐसे ही करके यू विल बी डूइंग इट फॉर स्टेप 3. और उसके बाद क्या होगा, ऐसा कुछ देखो, ये बॉडी था, मान लो दिस वॉज ए वाला लाइन, दिस वॉज बी वाला लाइन, दिस वॉज सी वाला लाइन, ए बी सी. द पॉइंट वेयर ऑल द 3 लाइन्स विल इंटरसेक्ट, this will be the center of gravity. Okay, this is how we find the center of gravity. I hope it is clear to all of you. Yes, very popular question in your board exams in 3 marks. Very popular, अक्सर ही पूछते हैं ये क्वेश्चन, अक्सर पूछते हैं. ओके, चल. So this is also clear, I guess. Okay, define or explain circular motion. Sure Sagnik, try करना, it will be fun. Yes, Bharg Mishra, it is for 22-23. Exactly. This is a special series, Bharg Mishra, and in this particular series we are focusing on 3 and 5 marks questions, right? We are focusing on 3 and 5 marks question for all the topics, and this is just an introductory lecture for the series that is going on, IPL, ICSE Premier League. If you wish to be a part of it, I think rather you should go for it. It's a good opportunity, right? Chal. The very first is circular motion. Okay, when a body moves around a circle with constant speed, bracket में you have to write about a fixed point. When a body moves around a circle with constant speed about a fixed point, the motion is called uniform circular motion. Okay, we call the motion as uniform circular motion. You have to support your answer with a diagram. Right, v is the velocity with which the body is moving, and r is the radius of the circular path along which the body is moving. Right, I'm sure that is clear. Yes, chalo, b part. Centripetal force. I get force ही पूछ रहा ना. Yes, centripetal force. The force required for circular motion is centripetal force. This force is always directed towards the center of the circle. Okay, ये ध्यान रखेंगे. The force is always directed towards the center of the circle. जिस भी सर्कल पर मोशन हो रहा है उसके सेंटर पर ये फोर्स डायरेक्टेड होगा, एंड इसकी वैल्यू होती है mv² अपॉन r. राइट. थर्ड इज centrifugal force. Third is your centrifugal force. First of all, you have to write this is a pseudo force. Okay, and what is a pseudo force? A pseudo force is a force which acts but you cannot find it. Okay, मतलब सिस्टम में होता है बट वो आपको दिखता नहीं है जब तक वो सिस्टम से जाता नहीं. ओके, यू हैव टू राइट सेंट्रीफ्यूगल force acts opposite to सेंट्रिपेटल फोर्स. ओके, ये फोर्स आपका हमेशा सेंट्रिपेटल फोर्स के ऑपोजिट ही लगता है. आई होप द लॉजिक इज क्लियर टू ऑल ऑफ यू. यस, कैसे एक्ट कर रहा है, कैसे काम कर रहा है. यस, सो यस, वी हैव डन विद दिस एंड दिस. राइट, चलो तो 1 क्वेश्चन, 2 क्वेश्चन, 3, 4, 5. Right, we have done 5 questions. I had 5 questions for you guys. Okay, I have had 2 MCQs as well, but I guess in IPL we don't have to do these MCQs. So let me just first go through this. A very important announcement for all ICSE board students. The Unacademy prices are going to be hiked very soon. There will be a price rise. So before the prices shoot up, you can use the code Kalyan Live to avail 10% discount. Okay, I mean very soon the prices will be hiked. So I mean don't be late in this, and please share this information with your friends as well. Okay, साग्निक यूट्यूब सेशन का स्लाइड जैसे ही सेशन खत्म होगा आप उसके बाद डाउनलोड कर सकते हो. राइट, जैसे ही सेशन खत्म होगा आपको एक लिंक मिलेगा और आप उसका स्लाइड डाउनलोड कर सकते हो। ओके बेटा, ठीक है ना। सो यस, दिस इज अ वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट जंक्शन। और आपको ये, इफ यू आर विलिंग, if you wish to take the subscription, this is the right time. And you know, this again is a very interesting offer. The offer is ending tonight. Okay, आज रात तक ही offer है. And the offer says that if you are taking a subscription for 12 months, you'll be getting a 1 month subscription free. If you're taking an 18 month subscription, you'll be getting a 2 month free, 24 month 3 month, 36 4 month, 48 month 5 month. और कैच यहाँ पर यही है, आपको ये कोड यूज करना है, कल्याण लाइव, ठीक है ना। आपको ये कोड यूज करना है एंड वंस यू आर यूजिंग दिस कोड यू विल बी गेटिंग 10% डिस्काउंट तो यू विल बी गेटिंग, दैट इज गुड, बट साथ ही साथ यू विल बी गेटिंग दिस एक्सटेंशन एज वेल. सो it's a win-win situation, I guess, for all the learners. You should grab this opportunity. Okay, now let me just brief you about the batches that we are having. एक guardians batch है जो चल रहा है already. It started on May 4th. It's an English medium batch where Hina ma'am is taking maths, I am taking physics, Manisha ma'am is taking chemistry and Vani ma'am is taking biology. अगर आप टाइमिंग देखोगे, for maths it is MWF, for bio it is MWF. So maths and bio are for MWF. The timings for maths are 4 to 5 and the timing for bio are 7:45 to 8:45. Then on TTS you have physics and chemistry. Physics is from 9 to 10 p.m. and chemistry is from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. So this again is a very good opportunity for you to be a part of it. It's an English batch. Then you have this English batch as well. This English batch, Avengers, we are calling it Avengers. The batch, this is for class 9th, right? This was also for class 9. This is also for class 9. This is starting on May 11. That means today. Today the batch is starting. Manan sir is taking maths. Shivam sir is taking physics. Ritika ma'am is taking chemistry and Bhavna ma'am is taking biology. Right? The timings, Manan sir and Shivam sir will be teaching on TTS and Ritika ma'am and Bhavna ma'am, they will be teaching on MWF. Timings they are mentioned below the pics. So both the batches are equally good, only the difference is the mode of language. So whichever batch you wish to, you can be a part of it. So I mean the credibility of the educators is unquestionable. So मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा कि ये बैच अच्छा है या वो बैच अच्छा है या मेरे बैच में पढ़ो, नहीं, आपको जो अच्छा लगता है आप उसमें पढ़ो. बस अनअकैडमी पे just try once. Okay, just give us a chance to serve you and I'm sure you're going to love it. Both the batches are equally good. All the educators are very 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 good, right? Then we have one more batch, we are calling it Gladiators, right? This is Hina ma'am again maths, me physics, Manisha ma'am chemistry and Vani ma'am biology. The batch is already started on May 4 and the mode of delivery here is English. Then we have one more batch that is starting today. It is English batch. Manan sir is taking maths, Shivam sir is taking physics, Ritika ma'am is taking chemistry and Bhavna ma'am is taking biology, right? So again, like I always said, I always say कोई ऐसा इशू नहीं है, आप कोई भी बैच ज्वाइन कर सकते, कोई भी बैच, ठीक है ना. सारे बैच बहुत ही बढ़िया है, सभी एजुकेटर्स बहुत ही बढ़िया है एंड द बेस्ट पार्ट इज कल्याण लाइव. दिस इज द कोड, आप ये कोड यूज कर सकते हो, आप किसी भी बैच में एनरोल करो, राइट? इनफैक्ट मैं तो बोलूंगा कि आप दोनों ही बैचेस में पढ़ो. व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? आई गेस वी हैव फ्रेम्ड द बैचेस आर ऐसे हैं कि कुछ क्लासेस ओवरलैप करेंगे बट यू नो यू आर गेटिंग सेम थिंग फ्रॉम टू एजुकेटर्स, दिस विच इज वेरी गुड. And obviously both the educators, like for example me and Shivam sir are taking physics. Shivam sir is exceptionally good, I am also good. So I mean I'm not saying I'm very good, I'm also, we both are equally good. So आप दोनों का क्लास कर सकते हो. Unacademy is giving you this option, right? I mean आप बीमार हो, आप दो अलग अलग डॉक्टर से दवा ले रहे हो, right? So that is going to be very very helpful. अभी वाई हेल्पफुल, बिकॉज मैं किसी और पेज से पढ़ा रहा हूँ. आई मीन लेट अस सी, मैं अभी पढ़ा रहा हूँ से मशीन्स क्लास 10th में, शिवम सर पढ़ा रहे हैं रिफ्रैक्शन, तो आप दोनों क्लास कर रहे हो, आपको एक साथ दोनों चीजें पता चल रही हैं, ठीक है ना. द सेम गोज विद मैथ्स एज वेल. वी हैव हिना मैम एंड मनन सर. आई एम श्योर मनन सर इज वेरी पॉपुलर, सो यस, you can enroll in this batch as well, and at the same time you can take sessions from Hina ma'am as well. She is also a very senior faculty, right? Very experienced one. So yes, this is these facilities are there at Unacademy, right? Chalo bhai. And yes, Unacademy is has come up with a new community feature, right? Abhi community feature mein kya hai? Community feature mein you get to be a part of the community, एंड यू नो आप अपने एजुकेटर से डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट रह सकते हो, राइट? आपको उनके सभी अपडेट्स मिलेंगे, सभी सेशन के नोट्स मिलेंगे. यू कैन शेयर योर फीडबैक्स डायरेक्टली विद द एजुकेटर कि सर मेरे को ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, मेरे को ये फिर से समझा दो सर. तो इट्स ओके, ऐसा चलता है. सो यू गेट अ चांस टू बी कनेक्टेड, राइट? इट्स अ वेरी वेरी गुड फीचर. एंड देन यू हैव दिस बग्स बाउंटी ऑफर. अभी इस सेशन में या किसी भी सेशन में आपको कुछ भी इनएप्रोप्रिएट लगता है, कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं लगता, कुछ भी डेरोगेटरी लगता है, डेरोगेटरी आई गेस आप समझ रहे हैं, आपकी भावनाओं को ठेस पहुंचाने वाला लगता है, तो एंड यू आर द वेरी फर्स्ट वन टू रिपोर्ट इट, यू कैन क्लेम योर प्राइज, राइट? सो दिस अगेन इज अ very 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 good thing that Unacademy has come up with. Okay, it has given power to its learners. Now yes, that is all from my side in this particular session. I hope आपको session बहुत ही बढ़िया लगा होगा. I've tried my level best to make it as interesting as possible. And yes, if you have not subscribed us yet on YouTube, right? If you have not subscribed us on YouTube, this is the time to do so. You can click on the bell icon, and yes, this is the option through which you can download the slides as well. Please like the lecture, share it with your friends. अपने सोशल नेटवर्क्स पे शेयर करो ताकि मैक्सिमम लोगों को मिल पाए. अपने व्हाट्सएप स्टेटस पे शेयर करो, अपने टेलीग्राम्स पे शेयर करो, राइट? हेल्प अस टू ग्रो बिकॉज वी आर डूइंग अ लॉट ऑफ एफर्ट फॉर आवर स्टूडेंट्स, फॉर आवर लर्नर्स. So I guess that is all from my side in this session. Hope to catch you again very soon. Very soon kya? Today 7:45 PM I guess. Let me just tell you, we have one more session today. Yes, today's it is 6:30 PM, right? 6:30 PM today we'll be talking about heat and temperature. Class 9th physics. Okay, class 9th physics. 6:30 PM. Let's catch up and let's crack